Good evening and welcome to Off the Sticks. We got a lot to talk about today. It's been quite a while. We're happy to be back. Smash Ultimate leaks, new merch ideas, and we'll get to some few other things later on. Pretty hot debate, but before all of that, quick word from our sponsor.
Does your child have trouble sleeping at night? Consider Emulite. Made from authentic ancient haunted gems, Emulite produces a steady glow of soft green light from a faraway tormented plane. Your child will be comforted by the dull roar of millions of weeping souls, as well as be given the opportunity to summon his or her own very own familiar on half moons to keep them company. Emulite, the curse of comfort.
Is it ethical?
Well, is hell ethical?
Yes.
So yes, it is.
Happy Tuesday. We're back. What is that, 10 days? 10 days without a show?
Yes, they love me. Yes, they're cheering more.
You love the applause. You live for it. It's been a while.
What can I say? Yeah, it has been a while. We skipped a week because some of us were sick, some of us were indisposed, some of us were lazy is the word I would use.
Okay.
I would use that word for you.
So you're blaming it on me? Why is it my fault?
Remember the thing and you said I can't because I gotta the fucking,
Record the thing that you made me do?
What? You said I can't do the show because I needed It was a pain in the ass. The viewers were
let's
wondering.
cancel the show because we need to do something for the Smash Summit, and the Smash Summit's more important to me than Off the Sticks. And I said, Slime, no. We have so many fans out there live right now tuning in.
I never said that.
And you said,
I don't even know what Smash Summit is.
You said, I'll ban them all so they can't complain. And then you went to twitch.tv/Dr. Battle and you did a 1-year ban. This is all true.
I have
none of this made up.
Banned Dr. Battle before.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes.
But then all I did was I went into your Discord and I said, Dr. Battle, say Slime is great and I'll unban you. And you know what? He did it immediately. And that's the kind of relationship I like to have with our viewers.
What you don't know is that was a Discord open up on his laptop when he was sitting in a bathtub, scented candles, massaging himself in oil. So it was a really pleasant
I thought you were going to say scented candles, toaster, 4-barrel, ready for the end of it.
That's not what I ever think, ever. That's depressingly negative.
Anyway, we're back.
We're back.
I'm happy to be back. We were at Smash Summit. We worked our butts off going there. We did an Off the Sticks episode. Got brutalized by Twitch chat as it goes. I love it. It
wasn't that bad. I rewatched.
I love meeting the Summit audience because they're different. They're different than the typical Melee audience or whatever, right?
Yeah, they are.
And it's funny to be like, I just love hearing who the fuck are these guys.
Yeah.
But
we had our
that
Ludwig,
warms my heart.
Our Ludwig fans out there.
What?
Our Ludwig fans out there.
Is that a? I mean, yeah, you got subs, right?
Yeah.
But are subs? This is my question. Are subs really fans?
They are.
Or they're just subservient money boxes for you. Have you gone on record saying that before?
That all of my subs are subservient money boxes?
For ludwigondersgaming.com/org.edu.
Not directly, but cat's out of the box, guys. Now you know.
I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't know, it wasn't that bad. But it's always really funny to see that, right? Because we're in the grand scope of things, we're just little dumb baby boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's Mangus, and there's Hbox, and Xbox actually up here too, because it's Ninja, Hbox, Mangus, and Armada. And then it's us. Okay. And little baby.
I'll say that was disrespectful to Ninja probably most of all.
Well, no, Ninja that's our ceiling.
Yeah.
But Ninja's way above that. But when he comes into our house, he's like this. He's like, hey, what's up, guys? I can't, because the ceiling's right fucking here.
Yeah.
So when he comes into our house, We're all standing up straight. He's like, yeah, it's great in here, dude. What's going on?
Ninja, it's funny because he tweeted about Smash today, and it was like Horton here's a who.
That was weird.
Where we're all the people
Everyone's
who live
wondering.
in Whoville, and he's Horton, and he just goes Smash, and we're like, what?
Like, what
Who said that? Ninja.
He's teasing us.
Ninja.
I don't know. He's teasing us, and I want to know, but also I don't care about Ultimate. I kind of care. I actually kind of care. It looks very fast. I watched some
really
gameplay
excited
today.
to become a furry. Incineroar main 2019.
Nice.
I'm
You
going in.
Open up that Incineroar b-hole.
I've said,
You
well,
know.
that's on my time.
That's, yeah.
But I have said before that I want to be like the Sonic Fox of Smash Ultimate,
Oh, okay.
where I wear like an Incineroar costume, but I'm a commentator.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's actually really funny. If Sonic Fox was like a mid-tier player, I definitely don't think he would get as much respect as he does.
Yeah, and
But-
I won't even be that.
Isn't that cool? Like, you can be so good and then do whatever you want, like aesthetically or however, and it's like, yeah, he's the best.
Yeah,
Like, fucking rock
and
on.
no one will hate you if you're the best, ever.
That's so sick.
If you're number one in the world, you will get no hate at all.
Being the best is so sick.
There'll be absolutely no problems in your life. There's nothing to complain about. If you're number one in Smash, it'll be the dream. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get there.
I love Mango too. So what else? Oh yeah, you beat me in Twitter followers. That was like a soft bet. You didn't want to take it though. Remember, you didn't want to take it.
No, because I don't want to fight you. I want both of us to reach.
I want
higher
all my
numbers.
dogs to eat. I'll say it.
Yeah.
Also, but it was just, I don't know.
I've had a lot of people DM me about it.
About what? Beating me?
Yeah, like, are you excited to almost beat Slime? Like, oh my god, are you happy that you beat Slime? And I'm like, no, it's
I think it's
not-
flipped because I think you care less about it than I do, and I don't really typically ever care about social. You know, I got like 40 social names across whatever.
Yeah.
My Steam name is Quavo from Migos.
Gucci Lanyard,
But-
Steam Lord Poop Stink.
But like, Grand Boss Scat Casino is one of my favorites. But the thing is like, for some reason, I want 10K. I don't know why. It validates me. I feel it. Maybe this is all it took. Maybe we're becoming each other. Maybe you cross over here, and then you had the burden of a big wiener.
So you took my burden, which was wanting followers, and I took your burden, which is having a big wiener. So you have a tiny penis now.
I will once I hit 10K.
Well, now, right?
When I hit 10K, I'll become you, so I'll have a really little small baby member, and that'll be something to deal with. You know, it's new, and that's okay. I'm okay with it.
Well, at least,
Good luck with that.
I'm looking forward to having a big dick. That's all I'll say.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad to be back. I really am.
Yeah, Summit was fun. I don't think we ever did a post-Summit off the Six show. It's been a while now since Summit happened.
It feels like both a while ago and not a while ago.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It was cool. I think everyone had a good time. I had a good time. You seemed like super relaxed the whole entire time.
Yeah, I was chilling.
Basically a mini vacation for big old Slime
Just
over here.
kicking it all day.
Every time you walk around the house, you don't see Slime, but you hear someone say, I don't know, just ask Slime.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I heard walking around. No matter what the problem was.
Yeah.
Hey, the mailman's here. Should we, just ask Slime.
Yeah, and then I have to go and, let them know because
We're
they're not
out of,
allowed to come here.
We're at a Mayo, Chick-fil-A. I'll just ask Slime.
Yeah, and then I pull
it's
it
like-
out of my pocket, just raw.
Then it's like
And I
hard
say, here
questions.
you go. Here you go, Plup.
Yeah.
Put it on your sandwich.
Then it'll be like,
He didn't like that.
Plup and Wizrobe are in a fist fight. It's just like, we'll just ask Slime to break it up.
Yeah, and I have to go in there and. When you break up fights, by the way, if no one knew this, you always grab your friend or whoever you're closest to, not the enemy, and then you turn and you face them, and then you kind of hug them like this, because you don't want to pull them off of somebody while holding them back, because then they're just taking free shots.
Yeah.
So I learned that actually the hard way a long time ago. You always do this, and just if you're trying to break up a fight, sometimes you don't try.
And you tell them stuff?
Well, you just say, "Hey, brother, it's gonna be all right." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm trying to fight him," and I'm just like, "Fuck you, dude." And I don't want to kiss you.
I wasn't doing that. Why does your head always drift there?
You just got the square jaw.
I wouldn't kiss someone who doesn't have
Jaw's
10K
just
followers.
so nice. I don't know. That's fair.
You gotta have a K next to your name for a wet one.
Ugh.
So, Phil, I'm looking at you. Hopefully. Anyway, enough recap.
Yeah.
We have a couple things that have happened recently. One, Something that people have asked for in the comments before is the merch game.
That's right.
The merch game. People are looking for off the sticks merch, and well, we have a lot in store for you. This all spawned from Jisoo's Twitter.
Let's first look at what she's got here, you know?
Yeah.
So Jisoo has very recently come out with some sort of spice grinder for the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then a controller. And that's so cool, right? Because this is like, it's quote-unquote designer merch for smashers, right?
Yeah.
Who have typically gone wearing flip-flops to most things.
That's the mango.
You know, and so it's interesting. For one, I wanted to talk a little bit about the idea of monetizing smashers and why that's often met with such hostility in general. I know BTS has had to deal with that a lot, and it's deservedly so, I think, to an extent. But it's also like, if someone want to spend the money, why you get mad at them? And that's a really interesting, because that doesn't really happen in the grocery store. You're not in the grocery store and someone's picking up like Tabasco green flavor. It's not very spicy. And you're just like, I can't believe you're fucking buying that, Cynthia. You know, some mom. You know, so like where does this come from?
I think it does happen like in everyday life. Like, and people are just very judgmental in general. Like if you go to the movies and you see someone doing like 3D IMAX and you've done it, you didn't like it, you're like, I spent $20 for IMAX.
It's true.
Sucker.
Is it the nature of Twitter? Is that you don't tell that
Yeah.
guy to his face and his dumb family, like, hey, you're wasting money.
And also,
you know?
like, AMC's not like, you know, we're selling, like, and no one's like, fuck you, AMC.
Right.
$20?
Yeah. Unless people are. Like, it's just
maybe they are.
interesting. Maybe we're just seeing a lot of it, but either way.
It's just weird in the Smash community because they're people. We're not corporations.
Yeah.
So most of the time. Like, Jisoo is just like, she's a person.
Yeah, she's like a very tangible person that's like interactable and always around, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's really interesting. I don't understand it.
Yeah. It's not like you're looking at, you know, Off-White, the designer company, being like, wow, $5K? This is silly. You're not talking to Mr. Off-White.
Yeah.
Jack Off-White himself. You're not talking to Jack Off.
Yeah. Jack the Second.
But you are talking to Jisoo.
So it's just interesting, and like, to be fair, I think that 300 is a bit of a high price point for just a controller, considering how much people grind through controllers.
Bitch.
You know what I mean? What did you say?
What?
Did you hit me? Did you call me broke?
6 figures I was only for.
We don't all have subs, man. We don't all have subs.
So much money I can see the floor.
It's not being rich. That's the goal, America.
Spend some money, then I get some more.
Either way. Yeah, it is perplexing, and I often wonder if like Slime of 3 years ago would think that the same thing I think now. I don't know. I think I would. I think it'd be like, why is everyone so mad?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always
Like, what is America without the hustle?
Look, yeah, I'm an anti-negative guy. You've called it out before. I like to be
You don't like making enemies.
a shining beacon of positivity.
You're like Lil B. You're like a white Lil B who doesn't rap.
Well, I rap.
Well, you shouldn't.
People like my raps.
Okay, you shouldn't do that anymore.
Drop the
Don't,
beats.
no.
Another time, Zipper. Another time you drop the beat. Another time. Not today. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think the people would have enjoyed it. But yeah, I see your point. I think you're right. I think people are just a little bit negative. I think people also in the Smash community just expect things to be like, you know, cheaper grassroots. There's a whole like stereotype where everyone's broke, which isn't true. There's a lot of fucking rich people in the Smash community.
Yeah, I just don't. It's like, what is the line between an ethical purchase/sell relationship and a non-ethical one in people's minds in Smash? I don't know where that line sits. But for some, it's very real and it's very tangible.
Yeah.
And this is where it crosses for some people, right? Some people, it's BTS merchandise that crosses it. Some people, it doesn't, right? I don't know. And I think about it a lot recently, and I think we just be nicer. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, or maybe not. Maybe we need to be mean.
Just give people money. That's the point.
If you want the product, yeah.
Yeah, if you want it.
Like,
if you
just
don't
pay,
want the product, don't give the people the
just
money.
like exchange the currency for a good or a service that
Unless you
want.
don't want the good or service, then you don't have to exchange it.
And then you just keep the money and spend it on something else that you
And
do
if you
want.
kind of want the good or service, but you don't think there's enough value for you to give up X amount of currency, then just make it, the decision not to.
You have a pros and cons list, Jim.
But we have merch that you should fucking buy coming up right now.
Let's talk about shit that you need to get your hands on because this is hot.
Hot, hot, hot.
Let's come in real fast with the first Off the Sticks merch piece that we are dropping on your dumb fucking heads. 1, 2, 3. This is that I should never count down zipper. He doesn't like that pressure. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Also, you did it backwards. You counted up.
I don't know what
so
I'm doing.
So it's
I'm
where are you
out.
stopping?
I'm freaking out. Anyway, the first merch piece that we've been really working on, we're really excited to show you here, is coming up soon. Oh! That is an Off the Sticks M32 grenade launcher.
Noob tube!
Yeah, so this is a military issue. We had a really good deal with the U.S. military. They're trying to get rid of these like hotcakes. We bought at a dummy price, slapped our engraving on there, and yeah, you know, it's ready for action.
It's like Hummer. You know how Hummer had a deal with the military? Well, we got one too, but we're not going bankrupt because you got to open up that wallet, okay?
Yeah.
And start buying.
Great price point, and I mean, this you can put really anything in here. You don't have to put grenades.
What is the price of this one?
Oh, it's like $4,000.
That's it?
That's it.
Does it come with grenades?
No grenades. We're not legally allowed to sell grenades, and ethically, I don't think we should either. But you can put like potatoes in here. Yeah. Tennis balls.
Remember when Elon Musk sold a flamethrower?
It's just like that.
Kind of like some foo-foo shit next to this.
Yeah. So
nice flamethrower, Elon.
Get it while it's hot. And also, when you buy this, you're actually taking away the military's tools to gas people at the U.S.-Mexico border, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So
this doesn't. How does this gas?
You put tear gas canisters in there.
Wow.
So yeah, every one of these you buy, it takes it away from that horrible, horrible thing that's happening.
That's so kind of the military to both do that to us, and then contrarily very mean.
So mean.
To the
everyone
Mexican
wins
population.
except for the consumer and those who are affected by it. But I'm saying just put potatoes in. It's really fun.
Next item. What we got, Slime?
Boom. I'm gonna hit you with this one, which I don't remember. Let's get off the knives real quick.
Wow.
This is the Off the Sticks beginner knife block. Okay. And so a problem that smashers often have is that they eat Taco Bell all the time. All they're doing is living moss, and eventually they will die moss, right? And so, but this is like, get your peen wet with some cooking in your house, you know, and that's what this is about.
And tell them the price point for this one.
The price point at this one is $170.
And now, this is the coolest thing, because we believe in giving back. We're not just trying to sell you stuff. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to sell it to you wholesale. Okay, cheaper price, only $160 per item. Then you sell it to your friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. That's right.
Yeah.
So it's like you are here, and then you sell a bunch, and then you become here.
Yeah.
And then your friends keep the change, and they come down here.
Yes.
Right. And then you actually can go up in a smaller piece until you're at the sorry, I should.
You're climbing the ladder of life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And we call it off the sticko. So you better bring your blicko.
Yeah.
It's gonna get crazy. You'll make so much money. We will make so much money. All of us.
All of us together will make a lot of money, and you just got to sign people up.
Yeah.
And you know, so get on the mailing list. We can get your email. We actually have been fishing your email through many sources. Why do you think we get so many Twitter followers? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And there's already people who are signed up for this. Is very real. SFAT's in the DMs. You already know.
He's a true believer.
Mike Hayes hit me up.
Oh.
And I said, Mike, hell yeah. Get in here. You seem like a smart guy. Let's run it.
It's going to be exciting. So get on this while you can. Next one is, now this is a really special product, okay? This is something that is needed all over these are Off the Sticks water purification tablets.
Wow.
Now you're camping, you're out in the woods, you're lost, you're scared, you might die. But you know what you won't die of is thirst, because this special brand of water purification, you put it in the water that you find, kills germs, bacteria, you know, a lot of dirt, a lot of metals. You're still going to be ingesting those, and that's okay. But this is going to purify the water so you can continue living to get out of that situation.
I've tried it. It kills everything. Imagine trying well, I'll leak this. This is a sponsor that we worked with before. It didn't work out. But Mountain Dew, cum flavored.
Right.
You put this in there, it's like you're sipping spring water. And that was Mountain Dew.
It gets rid of all that flavor that is in it.
and it was very pure and e-fied, and I loved it personally. I recommend it.
Yeah, and it's an emergency situation. You don't want to be caught without this, is all I'm saying.
And what's the price of this?
The price of these is $30 for 32 tablets, and
that PPT is less than $1.
You're basically saying
price per tablet.
This is the price of your life.
Yeah.
Is it worth less than $30? Because if so,
for one McDonald's coffee a day, you can live. That's what we're giving you. So those are pretty good ones. That's our first lineup. Now we know there's other things that you guys love. Let's check it out. We have a few things for you here. I'm especially excited about this pop socket. Now, it's kind of hard to see on the screen. I had to blur it out legally. Our legal team advised me. But these are pop sockets off the stick style, matching left and right slime balls. So it's his left ball and his right ball. Perfect for him and her, okay?
Wow.
Holidays coming up. It's cuffing season. So cuff your loved one with a left ball slime pop socket, and you keep the right one because she likes to hang a little lower, if you know what I'm saying.
It's a condition.
They are all life size. Yeah, as you can see, this one hangs a little bit lower, the left one. The right one's a little bit higher, a little bit hairier. That's why it's a little darker in tone.
So that's like the, in the traditional hetero relationship, it's the him and her, right?
Yes, him and her. But you can get the him and him, SOSO, whatever you want. End of the day, they're just balls. So.
That's what I always say to you.
And the price point is just $5 a pop.
Wow, full $5 for each, or does it come in a pack?
It comes in a pack. You can't get them separately.
So you couldn't buy a pack of 2 lefts?
No.
Two Harrisons?
They are made in separate factories. It's very like left ball factory, right ball factory, but the way we distribute is very cohesive.
I mean, it's got to be. Like, we're businessmen, right? We didn't get to where we were just by not knowing how this works.
Kind of bit that shit from left Twix, right Twix, but don't tell them. We're probably fine, though. That was that one. This next one coming up, because I know you guys like merch that you can wear, clothing. Check this one out. We got a very special model for this. This is the zipper shirt.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
You found Justin Bieber on a hiking trail.
Yes, I did. And I gave him the zipper shirt because he was shirtless. And I said, hey, do you want this shirt? And he said, well, I'm all sweaty. It's going to be hard to put on. And I said, zip. And he's like, that was easy.
Oh, so it's an actual zipper.
It's an actual zipper.
Wow.
You can just zip down and you can be like, oh, I have an open shirt now.
Wow, that's so cool.
It's very cool.
And he was sweaty.
Yeah, well, he was on the hiking trail.
He was a really sweaty guy.
So I couldn't just put a shirt on, so I had to give him the zipper shirt.
You guys hung out?
No, he left right after with the shirt, actually. So that's the only one. So I don't know when this will go live. Justin, please hit me back.
You took it, huh?
We really won't be able to make them.
Look, if we sell one grenade launcher, I think we can get a couple of these going.
Yeah. I mean, they're only $39.99, so it's a pretty good deal. The shirt's only like $2. It's mostly the zipper that costs the money. It's a big zipper.
It's metal, right? You have to mine it.
It's a big zipper. So that's a good clothing item. And this last one, and this is the one I'm the most excited about, because I know people are dying for it at home. It comes from a little inside joke from Off the Sticks. It is a stopwatch. That's right. Now you can keep track of how long you kiss your son.
That is fantastic.
It'll record the whole entire thing for you, so you can make sure you get the right amount of time the first time, and maybe the second time too. It'll keep track of how long the kiss is, the style. It'll do everything.
Wow. Oh, so it's got a standard mode and a French mode.
Yes.
That is so tits.
Yeah. And you start, and basic stopwatch function seconds. It's kind of like a lap feature, if they come back. So all in all, it'll keep track of what you love doing most without doing the work.
That is so great. And this is a necessary thing, right? Because you don't want to end up going too long or too short. You don't want to shortchange your boy, and you don't want to, spend too much time either because you got a busy day.
That'd be a very big time waster.
It's coming.
It's a big time waster.
It is. And this is just a fantastic product, and I think we'll see a lot of use out of this from our older demographic.
Mm-hmm. Special shout outs to Wubby, Pay Money Wubby. That is his emote on Twitch, partnering up with him for this one.
He has an emote of Tom Brady kissing his son.
Well, they're two separate emotes. I think some people are just using it in that way. Maybe it's abusive emotes, but they're separate. I mean, they're separate.
But he made them to where they face each other and kiss.
Well, you have to...
He could face them the other way.
As a Twitch streamer, you want to have a variety of left-facing and right-facing emotes so chat can use them in different ways. So I think it's just a coincidence that they happen to meet up like that.
Okay. I think it's very intentional.
Because you can see the nose meets before anyway.
Yeah, no, that's just super intentionally. Wait, that's weird.
Could be an accident.
Wubby.
Could be an accident.
Probably not.
$9.99 for that stopwatch. Check it out.
That's value.
All this merch coming to you soon. Very soon.
Yeah. Stay tuned. The Off the Stick store opening just around the corner.
We're just waiting on Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber and also the military.
Yes.
We need to sign a bunch of shit.
A lot of shit.
Yeah. Also, it's... Anyway, paperwork will be, hey, we're businessmen.
We're businessmen. We'll get it done.
You know?
We know a thing or two. That was all of our merch ideas. Hope you guys enjoy them. Stay tuned for that, of course. Next up, we got to talk about Smash Ultimate.
Smash Ultimate's been popping, brother, and it got leaked. I don't know how it happened. Maybe it was, remember, I think Halo 3 back in the day, it was being sold at 7-Eleven, and your 7-Eleven clerk doesn't give a fuck about a release date. So people were snatching Halo 3 super early, right?
Yeah.
So this is being pirated, you know? The pirate ship has set sail, and people are playing Smash Ultimate. You know what I mean?
They're definitely wise men following the North Star there. What I will say is it's crazy how big it spread. Because I didn't even know about this, but I had a random person who I'd never seen come into my stream and just say, here's a link for Smash Ultimate. They just dropped the link.
They just dropped a pirated link in your chat?
Yeah.
Twitch.
And I was like, whoa.
You know, I don't smoke, man. I don't. I'm paranoid. I don't usually hit that.
But he just dropped it. So it's like that publicly available.
Yeah.
Everyone's on Twitter about it. It seems to be like totally decided that it's not chill to spoil the first player mode.
It's really interesting, yeah.
Super, super chill to spoil everything else about the game and like fanboy about it.
It's really weird. So because people are furious about it being leaked, furious about the people who are furious.
Yeah.
So there's that weird Twitter loop that keeps going on. But yeah, I don't.
But then everyone's down like, check out this combo, and they're like,
You're like,
well,
sick.
shit. I'll check that out.
Nice combo.
Yeah.
But so the thing is, you may not have felt like diving into the video game before it came out, but your boy was very curious. So what I did is I got a hold of a pirated copy of Smash Ultimate, and I've been playing the shit out of it, and it's, pretty cool. But there are some game modes and some parts of the game that I don't think really have been explored or revealed on Twitter. Maybe I'm a god gamer who just finds these things.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I want to do is show you guys some exclusive data mine leaks that I had found going through this game.
Okay. I'm excited.
So the first one coming up right here, so it's bank link mode. Now, isn't this cool? So what this does is actually takes your Nintendo Switch and it links it to your checking account, okay? Wow. And so you can see down here, it's like, you got your Bank of America account number, and this is an online battle with an HSBC bank account holder. And so every time you hit somebody, you take actual money from them that is transferred from your account to theirs. New way to money match, I'll say that much.
And so he's in the negative.
Well, he's not in the negative. He has already got a pretty good bankroll of 271, but he took a hit, and so this is transferring over, right? This hit that Link is giving Ness, gave him this many percent, but realized in American dollars, right? And I've tried it internationally. It converts currency right on the fly.
Wow.
And I think it actually will be a very successful and easy way to launder money.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, so really excited for the bank link mode, and I just can't wait to... It brings a whole new world to farming, your friends.
Yeah.
So. Oh! We like that.
I notice little things like that.
Like that.
That's something about me.
Here sometimes.
Like that sometimes.
And yeah, so that was the biggest leak I found, right? The next one is actually a hidden stage that nobody's talking about. And there's been a lot of stage discussion talking about hazards, talking about what's legal, what's
legality.
not. Lilat.
Yeah.
Who's that?
What are we doing with that?
I don't
You know?
And it's
We still
rough.
talking to Lilat?
There is a stage that no one is really talking about at all, and it is the Chino Men's Correctional Facility. Now, so this is a walk-off, right? And this is a little rough because walk-offs are typically not tournament ready, right?
No.
But this is a very unique stage because there is a prison riot hazard that will happen.
There's hazards.
Yeah. So when the juice packets or the juice boxes and the fruit cups don't arrive at the chow hall, there is a riot. This happens about every 3 to 4 minutes in the set. So it's actually, you got to kind of get there. It's more like a sudden death type of thing, right? And so in the Chino Corrections Facility stage, prison riot happens, all these doors open, and it becomes mayhem. And I think it's that perfect sort of mayhem that captures what Melee was really all about in the first place.
Are there any like Easter eggs? You know how on Saturday night in Brawl, if you played the game, you would see, you'd hear the song from the Animal Crossing?
Yeah, there's actually D'Angelo from The Wire, and he's just in this room right here. Now, he actually didn't go to the Chino Correctional Facility in the show, but yeah, he's there. So it's a nice little callback to
That's nice.
David Simon's masterpiece.
That's cool.
But yeah, and I think this, honestly, we talk about stages so much, I think this is one that really should be in the pool.
Okay.
You know, I'm no TO, but...
Out of curiosity, the hazards, are they like, is it random or it's like timed? Like, oh, they're going to have a riot.
It is timed, but you can tell that you can just memorize the timer much like Randall. And you can also see from one of the prison employees carrying the lunch. And you can tell, and you have to look and see if the fruit cup is not on the tray.
Like noticing a Stitch face.
That's exactly it. It's a skill, but it's also a memorization thing. So it adds a little bit of flavor, a little bit of depth to the game, which is really
I'll say I like this. I was a little hesitant about you leaking this on the show because I know there's a lot of people out there who don't want stuff spoiled because they're going to play this for themselves, but I don't think you guys would even get this insider information if you had your hands on the game.
It's true. I mean, I had to data mine this, right? And also, a very funny thing about the Chino Men's Correctional Facility stage, female characters are not allowed to be in it. So that might add another layer to tournament viability.
It's like banning characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to play against Peach? Well, she went to a different jail.
Huh. Well, that's a nice layer of additional competitive edge that we can add to the game. But I'm curious about the last thing you found.
I didn't find anything.
That was it?
That was all I found.
Oh my God.
You
I
son
thought
of
you
a
had found a
bitch.
secret character.
I didn't find a secret character at all.
Oh, so that thick woman was just Isabel again?
That was just Isabel again on a sail.
Oh.
This is the pirate ship that we're all on.
I mean, she looks a lot different from behind.
She does. In a good way,
Yeah.
you know? It's just different.
I like it.
I like it. But yeah, that's my data mine. You know, I did the work for you guys, and I hope that if we should have put up a spoiler warning, but if you were spoiled, I'm sorry, but the game comes out soon, so I wouldn't sweat it too much.
You guys got like 10 days.
You're going to be playing it for years.
You can use that information to beat out your opponents anyway.
That's right. You know,
So-
you want to play Rosalina? Strike the Chino.
Day one, destroy your friends with Slime's help. And this is something we've been waiting for a while. We've been hyping up this debate. You guys know what we're talking about. The lasagna debate.
So let's break this down. What are we debating here?
So here is the premise. You have 2 lasagnas. You stack one of the lasagnas on top of the other lasagna. How many lasagnas do you have now?
I say that you have one lasagna. It is one complete lasagna.
And I know that it is 2 lasagna.
Okay, so how do we start this? Because I have never believed so hard in your stupidity, in your idiocy, and your ignorance. I'm choking up right now thinking about it. How fucking stupid you are
Okay.
about this subject in particular. And I want you to open, because I'm sure you did homework and all this shit, but I have nothing but solid truth in here. Okay?
Great. So first thing I want to point out is the crust of the lasagna. And this is going to be the crux of my entire argument. When you cook a lasagna, it forms a crust because you have a layer of cheese on the top that is the finisher of the lasagna. It is a different texture and quality from the rest of the lasagna, separates itself as its own unique individual. You can see it in the image. This is different than what's inside. What's inside isn't the same as this. Even though it's the same ingredients, the way that it's prepared makes it a different product. Now, if you have two separate products and you stack them on top of each other, you have two separate products. Maybe it is possible, and I will concede this right now, that you don't recognize it because you have a weak palate or a small brain.
So this is great. This is right here where I can expose where you're wrong and why you're wrong, okay? So let's say you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Let's say that I do.
So you take your peanut butter and jelly sandwich and you take it and you separate the top and the bottom and you slide another piece of bread in there. Is that one peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Straw man. Ding, ding, ding.
How is that a straw man? It's the same concept.
No, it is not the same concept.
You have a food item that has a beginning and an end and a contents inside.
And we are taking the finished food item as a whole.
So it needs to be cooked. Okay, it needs to be cooked.
No, it does not need to be cooked, but you are altering your product. You're altering your product by removing the bread and putting something else in between.
Okay, dumb bastard.
If you take two peanut butter and jellies and put them on top of each other, that's a great point, Slime, and I think everyone and their mother would say that's two peanut butter and jellies.
It's one sandwich. If it's combined with each other,
no,
it's one sandwich.
But that's the key word, combined.
Yeah, into one.
Yes, we are not combining, we are stacking, and that's what you're missing. All right, so expand your mind for a moment and understand.
How is it not combining?
Words. We're both English majors.
So if the crust.
Do you see how you had to shift your argument and say we're combining them, we're lifting it? No, you're literally taking
fuck you.
No, peanut butter and fucking jelly sandwich. all right, with your little Wonder Bread, and you're putting it on top of another one. So you have two slices of bread back to back.
You have a sandwich, and you put it on top of another sandwich.
Yeah.
That's one sandwich.
Yeah. What?
Yep.
So you have a finished sandwich, a ham and cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
And you put it on another ham and cheese sandwich.
Yes.
So it goes bread, ham, cheese, bread, ham, cheese, bread.
Yes.
And you show this to someone.
And they say that's a big sandwich. You think anyone would ever say, "Hey, is that two sandwiches stacked on top of one another?"
Yes, I think they would be like, "Why the fuck do you have two PB&Js on top of each other?"
That's so fucking stupid. Okay, so the whole crux of your argument is the fact that lasagna has a crust, and this begins and ends. What is this? Why do you have this?
Keep talking.
We didn't get food. You must have had this in your car for so long. I don't like this at all. I knew you would do homework. Like a fucking... Go ahead. I would love to talk, but
Slime.
Go ahead.
How many hamburgers are in my hands?
2 hamburgers.
Okay, Slime. How many hamburgers are in my hand?
That is 1 hamburger.
You are dog shit stupid and... You are actually arguing...
All right. I will concede that this is 2 hamburgers. But
okay.
let's explain one thing. Let's say we remove the bottom...
Nope.
No, why? What the fuck?
Because we're stacking them, Slime. It's a finished product. Sure, if you want to argue, if I take, like, 2 lasagnas and I take a half thing off...
Shut up. Lasagna is different than a sandwich. And I was wrong to use the sandwich analogy, but I thought I would get by you. But I won't, and I accept that.
In your arguments.
I'm not a cheater.
Dishonest arguments when you use
a
the word
lasagna is not the same as a sandwich. It consists, the thing is, Ludwig, is that it's noodle, meat, cheese, noodle, meat, cheese, noodle, meat, cheese, noodle, meat, cheese, till the end of time, forever.
First of all,
you stupid fuck.
You fucking peon. It is not noodle. It is lasagna, bechamel.
Right. I don't need your culture, all right? You're from Europe, I get it. You're an asshole. But, like, what I'm trying to say...
Bolognese.
You go to a restaurant. Shut up.
Lasagna, bechamel, bolognese.
You go to a restaurant. You say, I would like the biggest lasagna in the world, please. What do they just find the biggest oven in the world to cook it in? Or do they cook 2 lasagnas in an oven and then combine them together into one?
And then I would ask them, hey, is this the biggest lasagna in the world? Or did you fucks cook 2 lasagnas and stack them on top of each other and then try to take me for a fool? When I specifically came to this restaurant from my hometown of New Hampshire, I flew across the world to come here. And you cheated me? I would slap them silly.
So you're saying that in order to cook the biggest lasagna in the world, it needs to be cooked within the biggest oven in the world.
Oh, I'm sorry. How do you cook the biggest pizza? Do you cook 4 large quarter slices of pizza and combine them? Or do you cook 1 large pizza?
If you're cooking literal quarters of a circle as a pizza.
Why are you bringing this to extremes?
I'm not bringing this to extremes. I'm
You're
just
bringing
saying.
this to extremes. You literally said the largest lasagna in the world. Is that not an extreme? Dial it down. Let's fight the actual argument we're trying to fight here. Slime.
If the crust is so important, right? It's the same material. So you're basically saying it's how it's cooked determines a beginning and an end. The thing is,
not how it's cooked, when it's cooked.
A lasagna,
an end.
a lasagna is infinite because it's the same. It's the same ingredients repeating. You dumb fuck. You shit.
Before it's cooked, you're right. Before it's cooked, I can stack up.
Why is this This is so arbitrary.
Because there's a crust that forms, and that's the defining layer that separates it as its own entity. What you're saying right now is I can have
lasagna.
No. You're saying I can have these two burgers here, right? And I can take these patties, and I can be like, all right, more patties, and then it's like, okay, now this is like adding more layers to a lasagna, but it still has one top layer. It doesn't look like some dumb shit like this.
That is an incorrect analogy. You're using shit. That's been in your car so long, and I know that for a fact. It's been in there for way too long. Because you didn't want to get food
It's
earlier.
good. It tastes good.
Oh, God. All right, listen. Lasagna is not a singular concept. That's why we don't say lasagnas, okay? Lasagna is a endemically plural idea because it is a stacked thing that goes forever. No matter what sort of crust or burntness or temperature on the outside, lasagna is a pattern, okay? You can't end a pattern because patterns are infinite, okay?
You are arguing for uncooked lasagna, which is
I am
different.
arguing for cooked lasagna because I do
are
not
talking
think
about
that the cooked edges of a lasagna are strong enough to warrant a barrier between other lasagna. The pattern of lasagna. I think just having it cooked differently for a little bit, that doesn't warrant the end of an entire idea. It doesn't, dude. It's not bread. It's the same shit that's in the middle. It's the same shit. It's just on the outside.
No,
that's fucked up.
You just can't see the difference. It's the same thing as if you were to bake brownies. And the brownies would form a crust. If you bake 2 sheets of brownies, then stack them on top of each other,
it's a big fucking brownie. It's a big fucking brownie, dude.
Can you admit there's a difference between if you have, let's just say, a gallon of batter, and you put it in one giant pan, and you cook that, and then you have that product, and then you have 1 gallon, and you put it in 2 half pans, whatever,
and if you lay a layer of mustard...
Wait, finish. Is it different? Is it different? Is that different? That's my only question. Is that different?
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
No. But
no.
What I'm saying is that doesn't imply an end, okay? So that doesn't imply an end, which would make it into another thing. Imagine the crust of this lasagna as a layer of mustard. Just simply another ingredient. It doesn't have to be a final ingredient or a beginning ingredient or something that bookends existence, okay?
Because
it's a pattern.
The way that it's created. It's created in the baking process, so you can't add it on after the baking process. That's the difference between like putting on mustard after it's done.
All right, you stupid fuck. Listen to me.
First of all, I haven't called you a single name, even though you look so fucking short next to me and weak and frail.
So short in this
all right?
camera shot.
And you have beard coming out everywhere, left and right.
It's not good.
You said you were gonna shave and you didn't.
I did. I shaved my neck because everyone makes fun of me otherwise.
Anyway, continue.
Okay, so listen. Let's say you have this lasagna, okay? You take off the top layer. Let's say you cook 4 of these identical things.
Sure.
You take off the top layer. You take off the top layer of all 4. And then you take off the bottom layer of the other 3. Mm-hmm. And then you take that innards and you stack that. And then you stack that. And then you stack the innards. So you got about like 8 layers of lasagna here. And then you put the top that you took off previously back on. Is that 1 lasagna or is it 4 lasagna?
First of all, I don't owe you an answer because this is not the argument.
No, it is.
It's not the argument.
I'm isolating the variables. You can't just answer the question. I've answered every one of your questions.
But
I'm isolating variables.
Out of the kindness of my heart, I will answer. And I will say it is 1 lasagna unless I know otherwise. If I knew otherwise, I could say that's 4. But if I did not know otherwise, there would be no way to distinguish. The same way...
You would have to investigate the lasagna.
If you were able to take peanut butter and jelly and scrape off the peanut butter and scrape off the jelly and then put that on 1 slice of bread until you get a bunch of peanut butter and jelly and then put it between 2 buns. It's the same exact thing.
You know what your problem is that you live in a world filled with boundaries. That's your fucking hang-up, dude. You need a start and an end to things. You need things to make sense and matter. But guess what? It fucking doesn't. The world is chaos, and the world is this.
Here's the slime rant.
It never.
Toaster in the oven, toaster in the shower, whatever the fuck you're on about. Leave your philosophy out of it. It's just simple.
The world does not
fucking
equal
food.
a sum. It does not equal a sum that makes sense. It's not supposed to.
So what's your argument?
This is why Tim and Eric is funny.
Everything is nigh.
Yes.
Everything is nigh. This isn't lasagna. It's fruifaloof. My name is Slime. Oh, go dance off.
It's all relative. Everything is relative here.
Yes.
Ludwig is just
So
syllables.
I'm saying one finished lasagna is different relative to 8, like if you have 2 lasagnas that you cook and you stack, that is different than stacking an 8-layer cooking an 8-layer lasagna. That's my only thing. It's all the same thing
Yes,
with brownie.
it's different. This paper is different from this
Okay,
paper.
so then we should call it something fucking different.
What would you call it then?
I would call it 2 lasagna. The same way it's 2 fucking
You
brownies.
know what's really fucking funny is you don't say lasagnas because the plural form and the singular form are the same word. If we're talking about language, that's a tell.
Okay, but I after E except before the other one also doesn't make much fucking
You're
sense
so
either.
Fucking stupid.
I'm bilingual
You're
here.
so fucking stupid sometimes.
What does the plural have to do with shit?
The plural implies that there is no plural, that it is infinite, because the plural and the singular are the same thing. So it's forever, it's pattern. Case closed.
That's not case closed. It's not forever, it's not infinite if you have 2. You could have 2 lasagna. That just implies you can't have 2 lasagna if it's forever and infinite.
2 lasagna would imply a separate square. Okay, I'm going to draw a diagram. We have a lasagna here and a lasagna here. This is 2 lasagna.
Okay.
This is 2 fucking lasagna, bro.
Great. So here's my question for you, Slime. Let's just imagine these are 2 lasagna.
No, I'm not
No,
using
no,
the
no,
fucking
no, no,
burgers
no.
again.
Just
This
'cause
is bullshit.
I don't have another fucking example, so just let me use the burgers. Jesus Christ, I paid a lot of money for this.
$278.
Besides the point, it's still a lot of money to some people. If I have these 2 lasagna, at what point does it become 1? And tell me, there are 2 lasagna, tell me when it becomes 1.
If these are lasagnas and not stupid fucking burgers, keep going. Keep going. Keep on going. Okay, it's 1 lasagna now.
Great, but this is 2. Oh, cool. So it has to be perfectly symmetrical, and there's an exact finite point.
It has to
which
be
Slime dictates.
fairly symmetrical. It can't just be hanging off the fucking side. Yes. Because otherwise, well, okay, this is an interesting semantical problem. This is an interesting problem.
You're making a hard
Let's say-
deadline
let's say-
2 lasagna, 1 lasagna, 2 lasagna, 1 lasagna, 2 lasagna, 1 lasagna. I'm Slime. I can't think outside of a fucking box.
It's a sloppy lasagna. I can't think outside the box. You're the one trapped in a box of crust,
I'm not trapped in a box of crust. I'm respecting the crust that you can't seem to respect because everything is nigh, Tim and Eric, yada, yada, yada. It is 2 lasagna through and through. You can't make a defining point where it becomes 1 lasagna because it's 2 separate entities that are being stacked on top of each other. They're not being combined. You're not removing the top layer. If you're combining them, it could be 1, but that's not what we're doing. We're not fusing them in any way. We're just stacking them. The same way I stack these fucking burgers and there's 2 in my hand.
I just think that the problem is that we just define things differently. Because I can't convince you that the crust doesn't matter. And you can't convince me that the crust does matter. And this is like a fundamental crossroads between us, right? Mm-hmm. We just, in our hearts, believe in the power or the non-power of a crust.
I can argue outside the boundaries of a crust, even if I ignored for the crust
I don't think
for a
you
moment.
can. I don't think you can.
I would
Without
have
a
to
crust,
live-
your argument crumbles
But
to
I'd have
nothing.
No, it doesn't.
Dust.
I'd have to live in your universe where you're the arbiter of when it becomes 1 lasagna.
I'm not the arbiter. The world is the arbiter.
Who's the world? Don't just point twice. There's no fucking arbiter. Because there's no fucking reason this suddenly becomes
you want
1
the, You want the
lasagna.
real answer? We are the arbiters, and we have different minds, and that's the problem here. You know, this is the problem of a lot of debates and ideas. It's just like we see things in different lenses, and we can't unhinge those lenses from our minds.
And some of us have 20/20, and some of us can't see out of a fucking shoebox.
Is it? Can't see out of a shoe. Why is a shoebox on your head?
You're stuck in it. It's just a large shoebox, and you're stuck in it.
You?
You.
Like
I wouldn't fit. I'm large.
I don't fit in a shoebox.
Well,
I'm bigger than that. You guys are small.
some Yeezys.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think we can come to a conclusion here.
whatever.
This just comes down to who you are inside.
What do you feel about the brownies one?
What about it? Explain it again.
You have a sheet of brownies. Right? You have mix, right? And you put it in one sheet of brownies and it makes these very thick brownies. That's one brownie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have that same amount of mix and you put it just 2 separate sheets. You cook that and it comes out.
Do you stack it on top of it?
You have 2 brownies.
Do you stack it on top of it?
And then you stack it on top of it.
Yeah, it's a big brownie. It's just a big fucking brownie, dog. It's a big brownie.
But the problem is you could admit there's a difference between the stacked brownie and the other one.
Yes.
And there's a clear defining point with brownies.
No. Listen. It's an interesting conundrum, right? Because a lasagna and a brownie can exist independently as 2 different entities, and they can also exist as a single entity, and they are the same thing. This is what I'm saying. This is my pattern argument, because they are simply fragmented patterns that, when put together, create one whole. But independently, they are still part of the same pattern.
If that was the case, then they would create the same exact product.
That's not fucking true. It's not, because a product is not a pattern. It's just a sequence. And lasagna is a sequence. That's what I'm arguing here.
Yes, lasagna is a sequence, but when it's cooked, it ends the sequence.
I don't think so.
It cuts off the genome code.
I don't think that this.
Yes, you do, because you say it is. You know it's true with brownies.
No, it's not true, because if you remove the crust from both of these lasagnas and you put them down like this, and these are crustless, there's still 2 lasagnas. There's still 2. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but you remove.
It doesn't matter. There's still 2 lasagnas.
If you have the knowledge, yeah, you could say it's 2. But if you remove the brownies and you can't tell, you can't fucking tell.
Yeah, knowledge is important here. But at the end of the day, you look at it and it's a big fucking brownie.
I'm just saying.
You don't say, hey, that's 2. You don't say that because you don't know.
Brownies?
You don't know.
Yeah, if you remove it, but that's a different question entirely.
It is a different question, but it's also
combining inherently implies that you are combining, that it's going to become one. That's what combining means.
Okay.
So yes, I agree with you. If you combine them, it becomes one, because that's what combining is. But we're not combining, we're stacking. Stacking implies they stay separate.
That's splitting hairs in semantics.
No, it is arguing the English language, which is your whole argument to begin with.
Stacking is just, if you're stacking patterns together that are in the sequence, then that's still the same.
Same as combining?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
But
now, what you should argue here is that when you stack 2 lasagna on top of each other, there's no intermediary layer, so it's noodle, which breaks the sequence, which is a good arguing point for countering me. But I still believe that it's a pattern that still exists in a holistic sense, so noodle is actually okay, that it's still philosophically lasagna.
That's my argument, but I don't consider it noodle, I consider it crust noodle.
Well, that's fucking stupid.
Because it's not noodle on the top, it's cheese, that's why.
Well, still. Well, then that helps my argument, because that's noodle, cheese noodle.
You just don't know what the fuck a lasagna is, because you eat canned meat and beans every night.
I do like canned
The other
food.
nights you live Moss.
The Falcon video was pretty close to home. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I think a lot of people can understand where I'm coming from. And I think I've made it very clear exactly how many lasagna, when you stack them,
I think this comes down to a fundamental difference of character. I don't think there's an objectively right idea here. This is one of those debates where this depends on our perspective of the world itself.
I think I'm objectively right and he's backing out.
I think I'm objectively right, but I'm giving you the benefit of saying, you know what, maybe I just don't understand you.
And
I wish I could.
Take that benefit and run with it and return you a 2 middle finger, or, as Slime calls it, just 1.
I mean, you practice
that one's for the road.
Oh my God.
You take my 1 middle finger home, brother.
Look, we'll do a poll later on. We'll see. I think that's the most fair way to do this, right?
Yeah, I'm down. Gotta save these for later.
Hard times. We haven't sold a single grenade launcher, so. Not the beta versions.
Mustard on that.
You got mustard on the run of show. Ugh.
That ends our lasagna argument. Let us know how you feel. You can reach out to us. We'll run a Twitter poll in a little bit on both of our Twitters, something like that. We'll figure it out. And that is pretty much all from us from Off the Sticks. There's just one more thing that I want to talk about, and it's SpongeBob. Today, Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob, passed away everyone who's watching this right now has seen SpongeBob, but kind of made me think for a bit, because cartoons were a big part of my life. You went to Thanksgiving dinner with me and my sister, and she actually told you that you were like, she asked you what I was like as a kid, and I was kind of surprised by your answer, but I wasn't after I thought about it. She said, yeah, he just kind of watched cartoons a lot, and he was really happy. And sometimes my unwavering positivity, or what I try to have, an unwavering positivity, is called phony or fake, but it comes from cartoons.
He really is like that.
Anytime I've been sad in life, I watch cartoons. Really late into my life as well. When everyone moved on to MTV or whatever was cool, I was chilling. Me, Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, and SpongeBob. And so I got a little bit sad today because there's this old saying, you either die a SpongeBob or live long enough to see yourself become a Squidward. And I always wanted to be a SpongeBob because I always thought it was somewhat valuable to other people to be a shining beacon of positivity. And I always strive for that. And I just want to thank Steven and everyone else who worked on SpongeBob for a show that helped make me the person I am today, along with all the other cartoons. And I wish somehow I could have let Steven know, but I think he does. And I think he did know the impact that he had on millions of children, including myself, be just a little bit more positive. And I hope everyone else out there tonight can be a little bit more positive today and the rest of this holiday season, and maybe the rest of their lives. But either way, we appreciate you coming out. Hopefully we gave you some positivity, some entertainment, what I consider to be a worthy pursuit because of people like Steven and others. Thank you so much for watching Off the Sticks. That has been all from us. We will be back regularly scheduled next Monday.
I didn't see Timmy Turner ask for a big dick one time, so you know he was packing Schmeat.